So, a couple days ago, I read this column in the Chicago Sun-Times, and I read it because obviously the title of it captured my attention. The title of it is Trump's Fragile Ego is the Source of His Treason Tantrums. And I thought, okay, this actually seems really interesting because let's read about his fragile ego. It's something I talk about all the time. The guy has the thinnest skin of anybody that's ever served as president. And unfortunately, there's actually not a single mention of his ego in the entire article. And I read through it twice just to make sure I didn't miss it, but there's actually not a single mention of it, which is a shame because it's not a bad article. It's just a very misleading headline. And they really could have had a tremendous piece here if they would have written the article about what the headline was going to be, instead of just an attention-grabbing thing, which apparently worked because I bought it. But I like the premise of the headline, and I think it's accurate. But it's not just about Donald Trump's, repeated temper tantrums about the 6 Democrats who put out the video reminding service members they have a duty to disobey unlawful orders. It's the fact that you can tie just about every horrible, stupid thing that Trump has done, all of the problems he has created for us here in the United States, all of it almost can be tied back to his fragile ego. Think of it this way. Tariffs. Why do we have tariffs on all these countries? Why have some countries been able to avoid them? Well, because they've kissed up to Donald Trump and given him everything he wanted. The countries that are not doing that, well, you get a tariff. Oh, you pissed me off, you get a tariff. You just did so, you elected somebody I don't like, you're getting an extra tariff on top of the other tariff on top of the other tariff I put on before all that. It's ego. It does not in any way benefit the United States. Tariff revenue has barely gone up compared to what it was a year ago. We're paying the higher prices. We're paying the tariffs. But he does it because people pissed him off. So now we got to live with it. The immigration raids in certain cities, right? Oh, he's picking cities that are run by Democrats. How dare you not vote for a Republican? How dare your state not vote for me in the presidential election? I'm going to terrorize you. And that's what he's done. Same thing with most of the National Guard deployments, or even the threats of National Guard deployments. Your governor pissed me off. Your mayor pissed me off. I'm sending in the troops. I'm taking away your freedoms. I'm going to start arresting protesters who all eventually get acquitted. That's his fragile ego. His attacks on the media, freedom of speech. His attacks on Jimmy Kimmel or Seth Meyers or Stephen Colbert. That's his fragile ego. That's that thin skin. All of these crackdowns on universities. Because he doesn't like that there's liberal professors because liberals don't like me, so I'm coming down on you. Almost everything, almost every problem Trump has created that we have to deal with and live with every day is because of his fragile ego, his fragile psyche. He's the one suffering from the mental disorders, but we're the ones having to deal with his symptoms. That's the country we're in right now. That's the situation we're in. And unfortunately, that's what people voted for last year. We warned you. We weren't lying. We weren't just saying it because we hate him so much. We have Trump derangement syndrome. We told you because we're not idiots. And we saw it. We saw it during the first term. We saw it during the 4 years he wasn't in office. We saw it during the campaign. We warned you about it every day. And now we're all suffering as a result of y'all voting for the thinnest skinned man to ever serve as president of the United States. And God only knows. We're only 1 year into this, folks. We got 3 more. Who knows how bad his fragile ego and cognitive decline is going to make things for us in those next 3 years. Scientists recently discovered a new evolutionary trait in puppies, and it's that they cannot grow up and reach their full potential unless you subscribe to this channel. Don't do it for me, folks. Do it for little Atlas and Judge here.
Good boys. You do good. You want to say something?
No? Okay.